User joined your
Yeah,
channel.
what happened there, Tiggerr?
I don't know.
Is that the rage quit because it came back?
Yeah.
We can.
Did you get dragged around the TeamSpeak, Tiggerr?
I don't know who moved me. What moved me?
It says you left, so it says you moved yourself.
I don't know how. I'm not even hovering over TeamSpeak, but okay.
I don't believe you. You just didn't want to be here with us.
Good day, everyone.
Yeah, the thing just says Tiggerr switched from channel. Brief debrief to 323rd Rattlers.
James, I'm in your group.
Oh, nice.
User joined your channel.
Yep, close checking in.
Howdy.
I see Tigger's room. Where's your room, James? Rocket.
What's that?
Yeah. Where? You already have the room open. I see Tigger's, but I don't see yours.
No, I haven't got it set up yet.
Cool.
I can load it up though if you want.
All right.
Been
For those
having
that
problems with TeamSpeak lately. It's just been resetting my audio settings and it's making me have to keep on changing them. I don't know. That's why I didn't know if you could hear me or not.
I think it's a Windows issue.
Yep.
I've been dealing with a number of PCs this week where speakers haven't been working and microphones haven't been working. It's been randomly switched out.
Well, grab your board and grab your Mac. Put it in front of your character and lock it down. I'll lock it down as soon as you have it moved.
Right, room is loaded on mine. It's BattleTech, all capitals, is the password.
No, touchy.
You're making it bigger?
What's the server? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
We can.
Okay.
Can you hear you?
Barely. Rocket?
Yes.
Sorry, what's the name of the server, man?
It's tall black sharks.
Tall black sharks, okay.
TAW.
What is a tall black shark?
That's what your team is.
No, that's what the scenario is.
Oh, whoops, I'm on the wrong table.
That's to let you know that's a cliff wall. I didn't really want to have to put 10-foot high or 10-foot level wall all the way down the side because it's just going to obscure the vision. So I said, screw it.
Namaan, for hidden zones, what do you do after you drag the box? You right click and do what with them again?
Left click on them and you should have your set transparency.
There we go, yeah. It's not see-through. There we go.
Is he on your friends list, Solo? What's your password, James?
As said before, it's BattleTech, all capitals. I've sent Solo
Okay, I
like
didn't hear
3
you, sorry.
invites. I don't know what's going on.
He's got to click on his Steam and then accept it.
There's, I think the 4th invite's gone out now, Solo.
Yeah, I just now literally got a pop-up.
Kind of confused you're using.
I need to increase Solo's volume as well because he's super quiet again.
I did as well. James?
Yeah.
Left click on your
User
box
joined your
and
channel.
say
Armus
high
checking
pointer. Armus.
Which box? The hidden one?
Yeah.
Right. And then which one?
I think it's high pointer.
Okay. Yeah, that's checked now.
No, I can still see him. I can still hover. Just promote me quickly if you don't mind.
Just done that.
Armis, tabletop,
Yeah.
Tigger's Treehouse, BattleTech, all caps.
Yes.
I've got it set for black for GM.
Mr. Pinchy goes out for revenge.
There we go.
Is that done now? Okay, thanks, man.
Yeah. No, I can still see the boards if I hover over.
Is it Tigger's Treehouse or?
Yep. You're in Tigger's Treehouse.
Yes.
I can just change the name of the boards, I guess.
You're in good luck. Let's see how long you last before he kills you.
First of all, I won't kill you. The enemy will kill you. And you only
Is that what,
die
man?
if you make bad decisions.
So isn't that just death by proxy then?
Yeah, I can see the vehicle rules, but that doesn't matter. I can see boards, but yeah, not anything else.
Oh, you can see the boards. That's really...
No, I can't see them. I can see the outlines of the two that aren't blocked.
Oh, right.
To answer your
Is that a
question, Carl,
toggle?
Semantics.
If you lock them down, I won't see them. Because they are unlocked, I can see the white outline.
Oh, right, okay.
So this one where the yellow hand is?
Yeah.
Okay, you've just locked it down, yeah. Now the vehicle rules I can see because I can see the white border. And because it says vehicle rules, but yeah. No names means middle one. I've just locked the middle one down. Okay.
Oh, okay, there we go. Alright, thanks, man. It's just waiting
No
for Varg, I guess.
Alright, we'll switch channel.
We can move down if you want, Tiggerr, if you're
Teams
still.
table.
You were moved. User was moved to your channel. User was moved to your channel. User joined your channel.
Alright. You're probably going to want to switch to TAW MMO for Discord because I don't want to play on TeamSpeak because it f***s up my game.
Okie dokie.
Pretty place. And we're in Dropship 1.
And then two, can you switch Davros and Armus's borders around?
Sound muted.
what?
Microphone muted.
I was just putting it beside you so you could work on his board at the same time.
No, it's fine.
There. All right, Armus.
Okay, I'm going to mute myself in Discord, in TeamSpeak, so I'm not Not getting anything twice.
We're just waiting for Armis to get into Discord. TAW MMO. Or MWO. Discord's Discord. This way you don't have to click to talk, we can just talk. And I'm logging out.
Okay, I will stay in TeamSpeak though, in case somebody needs to get hold of me there.
The only reason why I'm doing this is because it too many of the commands from TeamSpeak and Tabletop clash.
Hello.
All right, so here's the quick rundown of what's going on, just so that you know, because this is going to be an ongoing running game. So you guys are 1 lance in a 3 lance mech mercenary company. All right. James has 1 lance. I've got your lance, and there's another lance just as a standby. Now, your mercenary group has an intruder and 2 seeker dropships and 2 aerospace fighters in their control. They have medical staff, admin staff, they've got techs, they got everything at a base, right, that you guys have. It's a temporary base, it's not well defended. It basically is enough to keep out the wildlife and, transients and shit, but a concentrated attack would probably take it down pretty fast, unless you guys want to increase its defense later. That's an adventure thing. So you are on the planet Atalios 3, which is basically just outside of the Curitan sphere of influence and just above the Outworlds Alliance. So it's a pirate planet, basically. No one really controls it except for pirates. It's kind of used as a mercenary hiring guild, off the books kind of thing. So the down and out come here first and can get jobs. The less reputable people come here to get jobs. And people who want to get out of here just, are going to do the best they can. There are several cities, major cities across the planet. The entire planet is basically a desert planet. It's very much like Syria, Libya, Egypt in its terrain. There is some water, but not a lot. It's mostly desert and rock. And it's fucking hot. So
Are there swamp rats?
yeah, you're not going to...
You've got us starting on Tatooine.
It's kind of... Well, that's the way the planet actually is in the game. I didn't change nothing. It's exactly the same. Port Kryn is the capital. It is basically owned by a very famous pirate. So you guys are actually nowhere near Port Kryn. You guys are off on your own little location. Now, there's 15 major cities. There are lots of little villages, hamlets, whatever, with small concentrations of people. But aside from that, nothing to speak of. They're not even written down because they're not worth the time. They usually move so much because there's roving bands of, bad guys that basically take them out and enslave them and whatever. There's one big, huge volcano on the planet that's a very distinctive feature from space, even on the planet, if you're within sight of it. It's almost the size of the volcano on Mars. Like, literally, you can literally walk into outer space in it. If you have the right equipment. There's 5 major seas. They're seas, not oceans. Now, Your mercenary company, I don't have a name for it. You guys can come up with a name for it. I don't know who your mercenary commander is. It's not one of you. He's a different character. You guys can figure out the name for it. Any questions about the scenario itself on the planet? Your mercenary group, your job as a mercenary is to A, survive, and B, make fucking money. Thirdly, make as much reputation as you can get so you can get A, more money. Life is cheap, mechs are not. That is a mantra that you need to learn really fast. Most mercenary companies in this time do not get killed. They basically fail because they have no money. They can't pay the bills and they get absorbed by somebody else. You'll be shooting someone here shortly. Now, your characters can get experience. We will keep a tab of this so that this way you can do it. You basically get 1/2 point for every kill, not combined kills. I don't care if 15 of you shoot the same guy. Whoever gets the final shot is the one that gets the 1/2 point. And it takes so many points to up a skill, or in this case, down the skill. So we will keep tabs of this. Now, as for the mission at hand, you have been hired, well, to do a job. You're doing a retrieval job. The guy comes in, he's basically talked to your commander. Your commander's come and told you, hey, you four, I need you to go pick this up. You will be escorting a truck, an all-terrain vehicle. The truck, you have no idea who you're fighting. You're not expecting to fight anybody, if truth be told. This should be a gravy run. You're just escorting this truck so that the riff-raff raiders in the area don't harass these people. You're going to a down satellite, as far as you know. They're going to retrieve some hardware and some information. You're going to escort them home. And for that little bit of time, you're going to get some pay. Not a huge amount of pay, but hey, you're not expected to really get into any trouble at all. And any trouble you get should be marginal because, like I said, the raiders and the marauders in this area are pretty low key. Most don't have very good mechs and equipment. So you should be able to take care of them relatively easy. Not at the moment. Now, as far as the rules go that you know of, on the map, the light trees are the trees that look like spindly little nothings. 2 light trees block line of sight. The green trees, one is classed as heavy trees. They're very thick and overgrowth. 1 heavy tree will block line of sight. Rough terrain looks like rough terrain. Everything else is just hard packed sand or rock. As you can see, the satellite is where it is. Things are hot, melting. Nothing is on fire, so you will not take damage to enter or exit those hexes. I couldn't get any hexes with a fire other than the green grass, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's only the one. There is a way to do it, but it's a pain in the ass.
Yeah, I didn't have time. Didn't want to screw around.
No, it's fine.
All right, so you will be starting on the side where the truck is and where it has the mouse or measuring setup. That's right. You can start anywhere you want along that edge. Your exit will be along that edge. Not off the sides. See where the sides have lines? They are like 10-story high cliff. They're very rough. They're not exactly straight up and down, but you get the point. It's an old river. It used to be a very, very large river that went through here. Pretty much. Does anybody have any questions? Well, I'm not entirely
Depends when you
sure
can get
he's
assistance.
physically able at the moment. So
you can start without him. If he catches up late, then yeah, his mech had problems and he caught up with us. Can I ask for 4 copies of the counter, Tiggerr? Thank you. I was just wanting ammo counters.
you want how many more?
No, good enough. Got 2 ACs for the rifleman, 1 AC for the hatchetman, and 2 MMs for the catapult.
How many shots do I have in the?
Give me a moment. You've got 20 total, so 10 for each.
Where does it say that?
Ammo next to your heat. Do you see the purple hand?
Ah, okay. Yeah.
Okay, so your vehicle. It's just a heavy transport, all-terrain vehicle. It's got basically a walk of 5 and a flank speed of 8. It's taken you several hours to get here from your location. And as so far, you have not come into contact with any raiders or marauders. But this has been down for a while, and the smoke plume is going relatively high. So I'm sure someone will be drawn to it eventually. Now, you know how your masks works in this? Okay, so basically what you're going to do is if you're going to use mask, there's a piloting modifier that you got to roll. And every successive turn that you use it in a row, that piloting skill test gets harder because you're wearing it out. At a certain point, it will fail and it will break, and then you can't use it. Every turn that you don't use it, it goes down. Think of it like heating up, it's friction. So as soon as it heats up to a certain point, it's going to break. If you use it for a little bit, let it cool down, you're fine. If you use it for a long time, it's going to heat up too much and you're going to be done.
Would you say the transports move and flank were?
5 and 8. Now, the way it works is that transport needs to get into contact with that downed satellite. It only needs to be in contact with it for 2 complete turns to get its job done and get the hell out of there. After that, it's just a matter of saving that truck. You guys just let me know when you're ready. You're going to put Davros on?
We'll leave him off for now, and then if he joins us, he can catch up.
You should probably have him on there. That's how you want to come in on?
Looks as good as anything else, I suppose.
All right.
Anybody else want to do anything different?
No, I'm good. That hatchet man needs a paint job, though.
Yeah, we don't have a model for him with paint, unfortunately. That is the only model I can currently find on Tabletop Simulator.
And the Mercury's not much better.
No.
All right. So it's your turn. Nope. You automatically win initiative.
I'll take the first move.
No. Not Tigger's triggers. This is your mercenary company, not mine.
I put that in ages ago. Okay, so do we want to push forward fairly aggressively into this?
I'm thinking about it at the start here.
Yeah. Okay, so if we push Totty forward fairly aggressively, and we'll follow up as fast as we can. I would suggest that we keep the vehicle between us at Armors.
Sorry, say again?
I was going to say if we keep the vehicle between us, because it is faster than us.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Now, is the vehicle something you're going to be moving, Tiggerr, or are we to move it?
Nope, it's your vehicle.
Okay.
You guys are in comms with the driver. The driver has a driving skill of 4 and a gunnery of 3. Not that that really matters because there's no weapons on it. But it does have a little bit of armor. Face turning, cost and movement. I think that's 10.
Everyone happy with where I moved the vehicle in Davros?
Fine with me.
All right, your turn. Remember, this is a race to the finish.
Yeah, I was leaving Jeffrey.
Second move. I'm going to assume that if you're going straight, you can go straight through the hatchet man because you probably would have taken off long before these guys would have got in front of you.
You can move through another hex, it's just you can't stop them, that's all.
How about taking some high ground?
Cost an extra movement to go through the trees.
Toddy.
I can look at moving that way shortly.
Oh, okay. Or I can. I mean, just figure because he's a light.
I've got the jump jets, which will negate some of my movement penalty through that zone.
Ah, cool.
You see where the purple hand is, Arms?
Yep.
You okay with that?
Yeah, that's fine.
So I'll look at moving up to that sort of region next turn.
Okay, your sensors are not pinging anything up here in your Mercury. None of your guys' sensors are picking up any identifiable enemy.
So, turn again.
Your move?
I'm just going to move the die to just a random location. I'm going to turn to face the other direction as well, Arms, just to cover.
Copy that.
Now, the walls on the left and right sides where that line is drawn beside the map, those are actually about 10 levels or more, give or take, 9 to 12 levels high. Like the top.
Impassable as far as we're concerned.
Yeah, you're not gonna. You can't jump it. I mean, unless you're a mountain climber, you're not going to get up there in a mech. Well, if you got a lamb, you do. But I mean, all right. Let me mark that down. Turn 3 moved. You guys are all good?
No, I believe so.
All right, you guys win next turn.
Rough terrain is an extra movement point as well, correct? Hang on. Okay, then, Tati, if you want to move for turn 3, then.
The fire hexes are rough terrain, just so you know. They just add an extra movement point, that's all. But you won't take fire damage or anything like that. There's no heat. There's just little brush fires, not enough to do any. Sitting in a hex with it won't cause you any dilemma either.
Essentially smoldering shrubbery and wet vegetation.
Yeah, I mean, most of it's burnt off now anyway, so it's just more, anything that's burnable is just charred, and it's just, you know.
Lots of smoke with no real fire.
Yeah.
Okay, so that would be Tati's turn 3, so...
I'm assuming you're not masking it. You got to tell me when you're masking it. Speaking of which, your mask that you have is on a scale of rarity. It's about as high as you can get. The odds of coming across another mech that has a functional mask in it is, to say almost impossible is an understatement. Most people would kill you without a second thought just to sell that tech to somebody again. So.
Oh, honest, I think we can make a profit here.
I was just thinking the same thing myself.
You'd be rich. You guys would come out rich if you could sell it to somebody. Because
Toddy would love you, dude, but...
Okay, so can we start turn 4 now, Tati? Okay.
hopefully not, but I mean.
Only if you stand still.
Trees are an extra movement.
Yeah. Oh, but it's got a flank of 8, hasn't it? So I can actually push through.
Does the hatchet man have enough to push through past the vehicle in front of it?
Let me just double check.
Rifleman.
Because then I'm thinking I can take the rifleman and...
Hatchet man can walk 4, run 6, jump 4.
A hatchet man can get there.
Okay.
For a medium mech, it walks like a heavy mech.
Where were you thinking of locating yourself, Arms?
I was thinking about moving a little bit past where the hatchet man is over to the left flank there.
Okay, that's fine, because I can move up towards here, where the purple hand is.
Yeah.
I can jump up to here, so I can cover long range north.
Because I'm thinking the hatchet man could push through past the satellite and cover that area.
Yeah.
Same time with
if
the
we
light.
get the hatchet man up into this area here,
Exactly.
We can get the Mercury possibly up here somewhere, looking the other way.
And I can try bringing up. I could try.
You might want to get your
Tiggerr.
hatchet man up high because it can jump. The Mercury can only run, so you might want to keep him on the plains where he can bebop and skedaddle.
Okay, then I'll look at putting the hatchman. We'll move forward up to here next time. You moving, Totty? Yep. Looking at the shape here, we may need eyes down here, one of these long flanks. I would suspect we'd have enemy coming on the far side here.
Yeah, copy that.
Because if we've taken no contact from the left and it's impassable terrain, then it can only be ahead of us or to the right.
I think I have like 12 or 15 on my large lasers, extended range.
I'll see about occupying up this area next time, so I can look to the east.
Yeah, I have 15 on the large lasers for long range and 18 on the cannons.
Armis, can you roll your piloting, please? And Namaan, can you roll your piloting, please?
Okay. 2 dice.
Armis, normally you'd get a +2 for this, but you're just going to make a normal roll. Just 2 dice.
Okay. 5.
Armis, just pick up 2 dice. All you do is just highlight 2 dice, and then just hold your left mouse button, and it'll draw them together. And then you just take it and shake it and throw it.
Okay.
6. Or is it 8? Sorry. 8.
I did that. There you go. Now just give it a toss. 9.
9.
Okay, Armis. Armis, you pick up 2 blips coming in from this side. Can you see where my black hit? You're coming from the catapult side of the canyon. They are air contacts. They are not ground-based. They are air.
Got it.
And they've disappeared.
Okay, so if they're coming from that direction, they've got to cross the high.
Yeah, they're coming from out 3 o'clock somewhere.
So that would be good if I post up on the left flank here, are facing.
Yeah.
And watch that direction.
So now it's initiative.
Yeah, essentially facing to 4 or 5 o'clock on our line of march.
Yeah.
But I can also reposition. I mean, I can jump up onto the high ground, but that will expose me.
Yeah.
I rolled a 7 for initiative.
Maybe hold. Yeah, maybe hold back.
Yeah. Who wants to roll initiative?
Yeah, I can. I'll go for it.
Doesn't matter.
You got the honor, Tutty.
Ooh.
9.
So you can choose to go first or second. What do you choose?
I would say go second. Yeah, let them come to us.
All right. Now, roll your piloting again, you two.
Copy.
Nine for me.
And 11.
All right. So you.
But we're a lot further back to you.
The rifleman's technically actually an anti-air Mac, and he gets bonuses to pick up air contacts, whereas your computer is not quite the same. They're not all built equally, technically.
And if we're getting contacts from out 3 o'clock to the line of march, we're probably closer to the contacts.
So if you're using the satellite as north, or the character sheets as north, you now have 2 contacts coming from your east side, and you have 2 contacts now coming from your south side.
Directly south, or?
That's right, you did.
But if they're airborne, then they'll move a lot faster than we will. They'll reposition a lot faster as well.
Okay, 2 from our south and 2 from our north, our east.
Yep. So
It's
3 and 6
your
o'clock.
move.
Okay.
You do not.
Uh,
Your computer is not contacted exactly pinpoint where they are, but you know they are. They are definitely within a kilometer of you.
Okay.
And they must be going fairly nape of the ground because your contact is there and then it's gone. Then it's there and then it's gone.
Can you see they're going to be coming through here where my pointer's at?
Yeah.
So if they're using a nap of the earth, then they're going to be coming through here, I would guess.
Remember the walls, where the lines are, where the edge of the map is, where that line's drawn, the walls are 9 to 12 levels high. And the length of a map, right? This is about 1 kilometer across, give or take.
Okay, Amos, if we
So
turn
they're close.
Davros to here, see the purple hand?
Yeah.
If we jump Davros to here, we can face him south.
Yeah.
So that'll cover south. I can look at moving up to the top here, the purple hand on the very top of the desert.
Right.
And I can face east.
Okay, so south is the measuring tape, just so you know.
Yeah, I was just going to say 6 o'clock tail line in March, but...
Yeah. I think if I post up...
That makes sense, yeah. And
I could cover both east.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds good. Okay. Are we all moving simultaneously since we don't have direct contact?
You can all move simultaneously, yes. As soon as you can directly see them, that's going to change everything.
That's fine. So you're moving, Tati?
There's your south. I do believe if you pick up the dice and then you hit the number that you want to show on the dice, it'll automatically turn to that.
It does.
Yes.
So you don't have to screw around, flip it, flip it, flip it. Just highlight it, lift it up, and then hit your number and it'll turn to it. Who's not moved?
Tati, by the way.
Just naughty. Tati, sorry.
Someone's got their mark as text.
Yeah, I'm putting...
Say that again, Toddy?
Yeah, good idea.
Okay, so roll your piloting, or roll 2d6. If you roll a 2 or less, you take 5 points of damage, or you'll take a damage to each leg. You're fine. But the next time it goes up, it'll go 4, then 6, then... So you don't want to run it too many times if you don't have to. Everyone's done?
I believe so.
There's no shooting because they're not within sight. So. Roll for initiative. I got it at 9. What did you guys get?
9, so roll again.
That was my roll. This one right here is my roll. Oh, 10 that time. All right. You guys get to go first. Now you're in a fucking pickle, aren't you?
No. More of a jam. Okay, so the transport has spent 1 turn next to the satellite, yeah?
Yep.
So it needs to spend 1 more.
Yep.
Okay.
So if the hatchet man and myself hold positions,
Can do.
and then we just leave it for Toddy to scout around, see if he can pick up anything. And I'm not sure what you should be doing.
How does over here look, Arms?
That'll give her, yeah,
Rough
that'll give us more
rough
range. At
terrain
least.
is an extra movement as well.
What do you mean? Jump jets?
I think he's talking to Toddy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like moving through rough terrain. Sorry, rough terrain, trees, they all add an extra. Yeah, like rough terrain adds 2 movement, water adds 2 movement, light wood's 2 movement, heavy wood's 3 movement. Elevation change is 1 movement. It should be on your character sheets.
No, it should be bottom right, I believe.
Yeah.
That's attack modifiers.
No, they didn't have it. Oh well. So yeah. Almost everything's 2 movement to get through light woods, everything else. Anything that's rough terrain is 2 movement. Trees are 2 movement. The dark green trees are 3 movement to get through it. Elevation changes to go from level 1 to level 2 is 1 movement. Unless you're jumping.
Which side do we have to exit? Or do
South side.
South side again, okay.
Yeah, but you only have to roll at the beginning of your turn if you're using mask again. That's just to see if it breaks down. That's all. So you only did mask once. You rolled it. You passed it. There's nothing else you have to worry about. Namaan, you've moved.
I have.
Davros has moved.
Yep.
Yep.
Armis.
Move.
Okay, so my move. Okay, so you definitely see these guys now. Your computers are like pinging like no tomorrow.
Ah, the machine that goes ping. That's the expensive one.
Yeah. Okay, so he is at level 6. right there. Where did I put him? I lost him. There he is. So he's in that square, but he's 6 spaces off the ground.
Then just put that in his character.
That's what I did.
Hang on.
His counter's right there.
Oh, there you go. I put it into his description, so it'll pop up, level 6. We can just alter it each round, and that way it'll be a... but you'll have a hard time hitting you.
Oh my god.
You can set them to... Oh, they are set to snap, so...
It's the rotate part that's hard.
30 degrees. It makes it a little easier.
There we go. Okay, so he's at level 6 as well.
There we go.
Great.
And
yeah, he's flaring well.
10 hexes.
Unless they're carrying large lasers, that'll be a very difficult shot to actually hit you, Tati. And I can't remember what a Ripper carries. I'm assuming there's more.
We had both contacts from south and the east. Yeah, that's why Davros and I posted up where we at to block the south. So you might want to start considering evasive and group up with us.
We need to go the transport retreats.
Okay, and it looks like we've got 2 aerials south.
I'm looking at pulling the transport back to here next turn, arms.
Yeah, we've got a chopper coming in from the southwest there, on the other side of the mountains.
Yeah, that's fine.
So I'm thinking about posting up by the by these rocks and rough terrain and trees, and facing that direction.
Okay.
That way I have a good line of sight when they decide to pop their heads.
I can get the transport into the rough terrain here.
Yeah, okay.
I'm assuming all these VTOLs are level 6.
No.
Okay. So these are coming low.
This one is level 3.
Which one? The one due south. Okay. There we go.
Okay, so that's he's moved 12. This one's moved 12. This one moved 10 spaces, and this one moved 12 spaces. And this one is level 6. I need dice. Copy.
Just copy the
So he's level 6.
Maybe consider moving southwest, Toddy, at your max speed. Get around those choppers to the south.
Yeah, we don't need to destroy them. We just need to escape with the satellite.
Yeah.
I'm assuming our payment for this won't be excessive for recovering it, so any damage we avoid is less in repairs.
Okay, so I get to shoot first, or you get to shoot first?
Yeah,
you get.
You get to shoot first because you move second.
Alrighty. So.
I don't know what weapons these things have, so this will be interesting.
Okay, so as the attacker, I am going to be at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spaces to him. That will be short. Davros jumped.
Nope.
Ran.
0.
He didn't move at all. Stationary 0.
Yep.
So 0, 0, range 0, stationary 0. The target didn't move.
No, so it's just your movement penalty.
Yep. So I was walking. So that's plus 1.
No, that was a run, wasn't it?
No, he moves 18 actually. I only went 12.
Then just use green die.
Sorry.
That's fine.
So yeah, they walked. That's 1. Their gunnery skill is 2, so that makes it 3. So I need to roll 3 or better because he's not in terrain. I am 4 levels high. He is 2 levels high, 1 level high. Okay, so I need to hit with an AC2. What is it?
I thought you said 4.
Oh, wow. It's hard to tell. One says 5 and 3, and this says 6 and 6. I'll re-roll it. All right, so the AC2
9,
hits.
yeah.
And then I need the same thing for an SRM 4. 7 hit. So the AC hits him. Dun dun dun. I'm facing him. 8. Ooh, that's arm, isn't it?
No,
center torso.
Left torso. Left torso. Oh, it's left torso. 8.
2 points. Center torso. Missiles
8,
are.
You said.
So that's a 5. That's a left arm. Hits him.
Okay.
How many missiles hit him? Dun dun dun. Dun. 10. 10 on
I thought
4,
you said an
3.
AC.
He takes 2 points to the center torso from an AC2.
Left torso.
Isn't that facing
You said 8. Yeah, 7 is CT, 8 is left torso.
I guess it depends on which. No, well, okay. Oh yeah, I'm looking at the left side. You're right. Sorry.
Okay.
And 3 missiles hit him.
I thought it was an SRM2, you said.
SRM4. AC2, SRM4.
Okay. So 3 missiles, so that's 6 points of damage, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, just a second here. Can I see him? He's level 6, so he's almost as high. I'm going to take a shot with my AC2 at the rifleman. That's 1, 2, 3, 6, 17. Ooh, that's going to be long range for that. Pretty sure. Where is it? Where is it? There it is.
I'm assuming it must be medium range.
Autocannon 17. Yep, it's long range. If I was
Is it
just
long?
yeah, 24 is the maximum. So that's long range. Okay, so I'm shooting long range, which is 4. He didn't move. I walked, so that's 5. And there's no intermediate terrain from where we are. Because that's a level 2. I'm a level 6. I'm 4 levels higher, so I'm looking down on it pretty much. So, yep. So I need 5.
It's the French way.
Okay. That's 6. Well, it shows a 4 and a 2, but it says a 5 and it doesn't matter. It's a hit. So, where do I hit you? I'm shooting you on your right side. 7.
So right torso.
For 2 points. Now, I'm pretty sure Tati can be shot at by this Ripper as well. No, maybe no. Well,
Depends on range. What is the Ripper carrying?
yeah, but it's a medium laser. I don't think I can hit him.
Okay.
I don't think I can hit you.
Yeah, that's a
with
long
medium
way away.
laser. That's pretty long. So 6 is long for them. So
That's a range of 10. I think that's outside. 9 is max, isn't it, for medium?
Yeah. I can't shoot you, so you're safe at this moment.
So yeah, I need the one. Okay.
So it would be your guys' shooting.
Do you want to shoot Tati? Or I'm not sure you can. Are you facing the wrong way?
Yeah. I'm behind him and up high, so his arm wouldn't probably... Do you have anything on your left arm?
No. CT head, left torso, right arm, center torso.
And we are way out of Armis's range.
No, you're not. This warrior directly south of him is in range. And the
6.
other warrior over here will be 17, is what you fired from. He's got a maximum range of 18. So he is easily in range of both of you.
Well, the warrior 1, I don't know. Can you hit the warrior 2?
Well, yeah.
That falls behind. That's in his rear arch, though.
Okay, yeah, that would make sense, yeah. So, yeah, he'd only be able to hit warrior 1.
And I'm only level 4, so yeah, I'm clearly looking down the barrel of a...
of an annoyed rifleman, yeah.
Yeah. And I do believe that falls in his front arc. Nope. Side arc. Is it side? I think it's side.
but that's an easy torso twist. You can bring everything to bear.
Okay, Armis. So your range to me is 1,
12,
2,
I think.
6, 11.
11.
So it's
There's
11
a
to
measuring
me.
tool, remember?
Okay, so I am which
That's
weapon?
medium, isn't it?
Depends on what he's shooting at me with.
I'm going to use 2 large and 2 autocannons.
Autocannon what?
5.
5. So those are medium range, and the large is a long range.
Yep. Okay, so we'll do the AC5s. So that is range is medium. That's 2. What's your punter? What's your gunnery?
2, I think.
2.
So that's 4.
He didn't move.
The attacker didn't move.
Walked.
That's 0. I moved 12 spaces, so that's +4. That's 8. And there's no intervening terrain. So it's 8 for that.
Ooh, first one hits.
9.
Roll again. Next one.
See if the second shot hits.
Six.
6 would be a miss.
Okay, so.
But then long range, you add 2, don't you?
Yep.
So it's 10 then for the large lasers.
So roll. See if your large lasers hit.
Six.
First one misses.
Roll again. Six again. Mix again.
So 1 AC5.
All right, so roll for your location. That will be face to face with me. Roll 2d6. What'd you roll?
Snake eyes.
What?
Snake eyes.
So 12?
Oh, CT. No, 1. He rolled 2. So that's CT. Nice hit.
For 5. Wow.
Yeah.
That's a nice hit.
I say we fire everything from the hatchet man as well, Davros.
Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing too.
He's 6. It's medium range for his medium lasers. He's got all the heat to build up, and his auto cannon is also medium.
Okay, so his gunnery?
2.
It's medium. That's 2.
Yep.
As the attacker, he didn't move. So that's still
Nope.
4. I moved 12. That's 4. That's 8. And there's no terrain.
Nope.
So.
Let's say we each roll one of the weapons. There's 3 weapons. So, Armus, do you want to do what? If you do the autocannon, Tati and I will each do a laser.
Okay, I'll do that.
So that's a miss.
6 for the autocannon.
So I'm just trying to actually get the dice to
that's
roll.
a 9. That's
9,
a hit, whatever that was.
Medium laser.
Okay. Roll, Toddy. 7. That's a hit. All right. So, Toddy, roll again. Let's see where he hit me.
Center torso, Toddy. Center torso.
Right.
5 is right arm, right leg. I don't know what that translates to for.
That's right leg.
And I rolled a 9 for hit location, so medium laser, left leg.
Oh.
So it's medium laser, 5 damage, okay.
So that was the left side, you said?
Left leg.
For how
Left
much?
leg 5.
Ooh. That was a good hit.
Okay, so.
So it's initiative? Or no, it's heat.
No. We have one more shooting.
Oh, who's left to shoot?
The catapult.
Oh, you.
I can take a shot at the Ripper.
Okay. You're gonna.
I just want to check my heat. I can do 15, yeah. So
6.
16. So long range.
16, yeah. Okay, so your gunnery?
4 long range makes 6. I jumped, so that's 10. You walked, so it's 12, yeah?
Is that, didn't you say it was long range?
Yeah, long range is +2. So my
No,
gunnery
range is 4. Short, medium range is 2.
4. Okay.
So if your gunnery is 4, long range is 4.
Yeah, makes 8.
And then I moved 12 hexes.
So 4.
14 hexes, so that's 4, so you need to roll a 12. Or no, he moved 10 hexes. That's still 4. So you need to roll a 12 to hit him. I don't know if you'd want to waste your missiles.
What do you guys reckon?
That's right.
Okay, yeah, then I'll hold them and we'll do them next time. Okay, so heat.
The only one that really has any amount of heat per se would be Armis, because he fired 2 lasers and 2 ACs.
Yep.
So what's that make up for heat?
16, 18.
And you have how many heat sinks?
You can dissipate 10.
10.
So you'll be 5 on the heat scale when you start.
So -1 movement.
Yeah. So what you do is you go pen. There you go. You're at 5. And then you just erase it at the end of the round when you change your heat. Davros shouldn't have any worries with his heat because he didn't move and he only fired 2 weapons. 3 weapons. Which is 3, 3, 3.
Davros is easy on heat. He's got 11.
So he's heat neutral, just as long as he doesn't go too crazy. You only move, so you should be heat neutral. And you're not even going to try and shoot with the Mercury, so. Initiative.
There you go.
You're going to try and shoot? Did you have a weapon that you could turn and shoot at that?
No.
Oh, okay. So it's initiative there. Who's rolling initiative?
So
it's Toddy.
All right, I got 4. Crap.
Much more than 4, yeah.
All right, so I'm going to assume you want me to move first?
Yeah.
All right. pretty much. Dun, 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 dun.
I'm just moving the movement die and that off the table, so out the way.
All right, so he's at level 4.
Okay.
And he moved 13.
Why don't you just bring in a 20-sided dice?
I don't have a 20-sided dice.
Go to objects, and it should be under components, I believe. And you can then bring in dice. You'll see them. There's 20-sided dice as an option.
Well, Tig's moving. I just needed the toilet real quick.
No worries.
Wow. Ripper 1-9er. Let's get him. Dun, 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 dun. Where's he gonna go? $15. So we move 15 squares. He's at level 6.
Alrighty.
Alison, I think you're putting the truck into these trees over here.
Yeah.
The truck has spent 2 turns next to the satellite, so yes, you must have picked it up. So the truck can run like hell.
All right, your move.
It doesn't matter.
I don't think you can get that far.
8.
Well, you're facing the other direction in the fire, so it's 1, 2, 3 to turn
No.
around.
He was facing that way from last round.
Oh, he's turned around. Okay.
He didn't move, but he was still in the same grid, so he didn't move last round.
Okay, so you're in the trees. Okay.
So that gets into 8.
And you moved 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 squares.
Which way do you want to go, Amos?
I'm thinking about moving to contact the warrior over on the west.
Okay, warrior 2.
Yeah. At least provide a little blocking. And the hatchetman, maybe he might be able to do the same thing while the vehicle makes a run for it.
Bringing the hatchetman back is what you're thinking, or
No, just if he moves towards the
one in the west, or
towards the west, yeah.
Okay.
Maybe we can focus fire on warrior 2.
The hatchetman can get to there.
Yeah, that's fine. He's still got good line of sight towards it.
I'm assuming your rippers are both at level 6 there, Tiggerr.
With this, yeah, this one's at level 6. If you look at the white dice, they're at 6, and the one is 6.
Okay.
So the helicopter here that's on level 2, he's actually level 8 because it's 6 in the 2. Because he's 6 above the whatever terrain he's on.
That's fine.
Does the hatchetman have weapons that can reach warrior 1?
I think he's got an AC, doesn't he?
He's got an AC 10.
So,
that's why I was curious if I could move the hatchman back.
Yeah, because the lasers shoot 9 and the AC shoots 15 at long. So I mean,
Yeah, we'll change it up if you see, have another idea, Namaan. Because the way I'm positioned right now, I can either concentrate fire with the hatchetman on either warrior 1 or warrior 2.
Well, if we let Davros take a shot at warrior 2 first, we'll see what that brings, and then if it destroys it, you can always then engage the other one.
Okay, good.
I'm going to look at Ripper 2 as my target of engagement.
you guys shoot first?
Yep. Do we want to do the same as last time? One person for each weapon?
Yeah.
Okay, so,
Okay,
who's doing what? So this way I can make sure I have my sheets out.
Go on. Tati, if you do the AC, Armus and I will each do a laser.
Okay, so
we need to actually work out what we need first.
okay, so where's the hatchet man? I've lost him.
Hatchet man's over here, purple.
Okay, so
he is
ran?
what, 6? He did.
Okay, so what are you shooting? Okay, so you're shooting at Warrior 2?
Range 7, yep.
Okay, so that's medium range? No, long range. No.
Long range for the medium lasers. It is medium range for the auto cannon.
Okay, so let's do the lasers. Medium range is 2. His gunnery is
2.
So that's 4.
No, it's 6.
6.
Long range for medium lasers.
He walked.
No, he ran.
He ran. That's
yeah, let's
2.
start again. He ran.
That's
so
2.
That's 2. So that's 4. His medium lasers are long range, so that's an extra 4. So that's 8.
Okay, so his gunnery is 2.
Yeah. So
Okay,
he's currently at 8. And what was your movement for the warrior? 7. So he walked 7.
Well, no,
so
I had
7?
No, it was more than that. I think it was 15. I had all the dice right here.
Okay, so
It was supposed to be 15.
Oh, wait.
15 spaces he moved.
Okay.
There. No. 12, 3, 15. So he's level 4 and he moved 15. This one's level 4 and he moved 15 as well.
Okay, so what does that movement add to his difficulty?
+4. 10 plus hexes is +4.
So it's 12 for the medium lasers then, and it'll be 10 for the AC.
Okay, so fire the lasers first. That's a miss.
5. Toti, you rolling the other one?
That's
8.
a miss. And AC, which is 10. Oh, 6. Oh,
8, yeah.
so close.
Okay.
Those both misses. And he only ran, so he's heat neutral.
Yeah. Hatchman's heat neutral.
Okay, so you remember the rifleman had a -1 movement, right? Just want to make sure.
He didn't move 6. He only moved 3.
3. There you go. Okay, so hatchetman's done. Rifleman's next.
Yep.
This is going to be bad. Okay, so
Okay.
you're 5 on the heat scale. Actually, no, you ran. So that's going to be 2 more on the heat scale, is it not?
7. But he can still fire both ACs and and dissipate everything this turn.
I'm just letting you know, Armis, that you're technically 7 on the heat scale right now before you fired a weapon.
Yeah.
All right.
Both ACs get you at 9, which means everything dissipates this turn, though.
Oh, ACs, that's got to be what? Short range? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh,
6
yeah.
to you? Shit. All right. So, what's your skill?
2.
Okay, 2 range, short, nothing. You're the attacker. You ran. That's 2. That's 4. Target movement is +4. That's 8. Nothing in between us. What'd you roll?
12.
Oh. Okay.
Go on, one more.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, it's not a 12. Oh, no, it didn't go crit. Okay.
It's a hit. It's not a hit location. It's just rolling 2 hits.
Now roll your next hit. And then we'll see where you hit us.
7.
7.
Okay, that's a miss. So roll to hit. We are center on center. We're looking at each other. 2d6. What'd you roll?
8.
8. That is a left
Left
torso.
torso.
And that was an AC 10?
No,
5.
AC 5.
So I take 5 points, and that is Warrior 2. Okay. Warrior 2. Make sure I got the right sheet. There it is. Warrior 2, and that was
That's going to
the
be close to critical or
left
internal.
side. Wow.
They really can't have much armor on them.
You'd be amazed at what these little fireflies can do. Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Yeah, that's what they're going to do. Okay, so Hatchman done. Rifleman done.
So
Mercury.
and catapult.
Might as well let the Mercury do his thing.
Yep.
All right, what's your skill?
2.
No, what's your gunnery?
2.
2. Clearly at level 6, I'm 6 spaces away from you. So that puts me at, what are you shooting? Medium range for just about anything? Smalls. Is that
Smalls are out
longer?
of range?
Yeah. Okay, so you're firing 2 medium lasers at 2. Your skill is 2. That's 4. You clearly ran. That's 2. So that's 6. And I moved 15. So that's plus 4. That's 10. 10 for 2 lasers. And you'll be shooting in my ass end. That's not good. What'd you roll? Okay. Okay. What'd you roll? Okay. All right, that's a hit. Roll again to see if you hit. Okay, so roll to hit, location, 2d6.
Head.
Oh God damn it.
That will probably kill it.
All right, and you are shooting at Ripper 1.
Yeah, that will probably kill it.
Okay, so that's its back rear, all right. For 5?
Yeah, 5 in the head.
And that's a headshot, right?
Yep.
Fucking hell. Meow. That crashes to the ground. That wasn't very good.
Oh, very nice.
Oh, I still get to shoot, though.
I still do as well.
I still get to shoot. So, put that back.
I'm going to have a go at Ripper 2, obviously.
It's so technically Ripper 1 is done. All right, so what are you shooting at?
Ripper 2.
All right, so Ripper 2. We are technically on the same level as each other.
No, you're above me. 2 points above me.
Oh, 2 points, yeah. That's right. I'm on level 2. Okay, so I'm looking down on you. Nothing in between us.
Nope.
All right, so what's your skill?
4.
4. I'm assuming you're at least what, medium range from me?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's 6. You jumped. That's 9. And I moved 15. That's 4. That's 13. If you hadn't have jumped, you would have had me.
No, because it would have been minimum range, so I would have had +2 anyway. So we would have still pushed it.
Well, you got lasers on that thing, right?
Yeah.
Well, I'll shoot your lasers. Don't shoot your missiles.
Well, everything's at medium range.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Hang on. Let me just double check.
Are you sure that's not?
LRMs are short range, so 12 to hit LRMs.
Okay, so there you go. So short range. So your skill is 4.
Yeah, it's 12s.
Nothing.
Because
you jumped. That's 3. That's 7. And then 4 more on top of it is 11. Yep.
Yep.
You.
So.
2 sets of missiles.
Yeah, LRMs.
All right, so that's 2 shots off your missiles.
Yeah.
As my helicopter's doing a barrel roll, dodging all these fucking missiles. All right, who hasn't shot? I think that's everyone.
That's everyone.
All righty. Now, are we going to call it here? Because I have a funny feeling the next round's going to take a little bit longer.
Well, you haven't shot yet.
Just letting you guys know, things are going to get a little bit whacked. Okay, so let's do Ripper 1. Ripper 1 is going down hard. So he's got a gunnery of 2. So we start at 2. I'm shooting medium laser. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's long range.
Long range.
Okay, so that's 2, 6 for long range. I basically ran. That's 8. And you moved how many spaces? 3.
Jumped 3.
So jumped is 1, and your hexes are 1, so that's 2 more, so 7, 8, 9. So I need a 9 on 2 lasers. Okay, so I'm going to steal these dice and these dice because he only has 2 medium lasers, so I need 9. So I got, nope, 8 and 3. So missed on that one. So this Ripper here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 medium range. So skill 2, medium range 2. It rammed. That's 6. You went 3. That's 7. You jumped. That's 8. So I need 8s. Oh, come on. Give me something here, damn it. Ah, yeah, 10.
1 hit.
Okay, so where did I hit you? Dun, dun, dun. I'm facing you, I do believe. At a 9. So I hit you in the left leg for 5. And he's now dead because he can't shoot at anyone. So I might as well just get rid of that shit so it doesn't get confusing. All right, so here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. SRMs? 10.
SRMs go that far?
That's what I'm checking. Medium, long range, short range is 9. Shit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Damn
it! Counting it again isn't going to change it.
Shit. God damn it. All right. So the warrior is going to, this warrior here, warrior 1, is going to shoot its AC into the back of that heavy transport. All right. So AC 2 at 10. I do believe that's medium range. Yep.
Yeah.
So, okay. So, gunnery 2, medium range 2, that's 4. I ran. That's 6. You moved how many hexes?
5.
5 hexes?
Yeah.
Okay, so 2, 4, 6. My 2, medium 2, run 2, 8, and 1 for woods. So 9. So I'm going to fire an AC2 at you for 9. Come on. Hit that bastard. I need it. 8. God damn it. All right, so next shot. I'm going to fire my SRM-4 at the rifleman. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's long range. So skill 2, long range 4 is 6. I ran. That's 8. You are target move 3. That's 9. So I need another 9 to hit you.
And you add for a secondary target, don't you? That's
Yeah.
1.
10. 11. I hit ya. I hit you in the 7 center torso. Or no. I'm firing at your right side.
Right torso.
So 8. 6.
Is that 8 or 7? Did he roll?
It was a 6 and a 3, wasn't it? 6 and a 2.
Okay,
8.
so it is a CT hit.
And how many missiles? 4. Oh, that's not good. 4 and SRM-4, that's 2. 2 missiles for 4 points.
Where at again?
CT.
Center torso for 4 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Aha! You're all within range now, you little bastard. All right. So, skill 2, long range, 4, 8, or 6. I ran, that's 8. And the target move 5, 9, 10, shit, 11, 12. God damn it. God damn fucking trees. Well, screw it. We're going to go for the rifleman because he's an easy target. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's short range, is it not? I'm pretty sure that's short range for short range missiles. Still? No, medium. Sorry, medium. Okay, so AC or medium range. So target 2, medium 2, that's 4. I ran, that's 6. You move 3 spaces, that's 7. So I need 7s. So I need 1. Give me a 7. Short range missiles. I missed. Shit. All right. AC2 would be 5. Right? Short range, 0. Yep. 5. Hit you. So you take 2 points on your right side. 2, 9. 6 and a 3.
Left
9.
torso.
2 points to your left torso. You're so fucking lucky you got that into the trees. I can't tell you how lucky you are.
It made sense to get it into the trees.
Oh, you are so lucky. I was setting myself up for shoots down the fucking gunnery range at it. All right, so once again, do we want to just leave it at this and then start it off as the next one? As initiative?
I don't mind.
That's okay with me, yeah.
I'm just moving all the die off the table.
So who took the worst damage here? I think
me.
Armus, yeah.
I think Davros has taken a little. Not much. Yeah, well, Ripper's dead, yeah.
In terms of just sheer points, Armus, but it really is negligible.
Actually, I think Davros has taken more.
Yeah,
I've taken 6.
7.
Yeah.
Davros has taken 7, so 1 more.
So in the greater scheme of things, there's just a paint missing, really.
Yeah, it's all minor damage.
I mean, we could probably set up, if you wanted to, we could start the next round, but I don't think we're going to make it through gunnery.
I genuinely don't mind.
Yeah, it's okay with me.
If we can start, I mean, we've got the notebook, so we can just put notes in. That's not an issue.
Oh,
Or
I know
there's
exactly where we are.
Or there's the table notes.
We are at initiative.
Okay.
That's all that matters.
So, Sati, do you want to roll?
Oh, we're gonna keep going?
Might as well. We can easily just leave notes for where we are, and we can carry on. 10.
Okay, one second here. 10's your initiative?
Yeah.
7.
7, okay. Shall we go second then?
All right, so we move. All right, so. You know what a Hind 24 is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a really big fucking helicopter. Very Russian.
We all know he's sitting there in his Airwolf jacket as well, don't we?
You know it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's as far as you're gonna make it. All right. So he is 4 off the ground. All right. That's where he goes. He is level 6. And he moved 10. He was level 4. So we'll leave him. I'm going to move him up the hill. So we are level 1, 2. No, he's at 4. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So he's moved 10 spaces, and he's 4 spaces off the top of that. Oh, what the hell?
Just pick it up and put it down.
I look cooler doing that, though. So he moved 10 spaces. Okay, so he moved in, he moved in, he moved, he moved. He crashed and burned fucking hard. That's no good. And it's all because of Freddie Mercury. Did he shoot him? Or did you? Who shot him?
It was the Mercury.
The little bastard. No, stay on target. Stay on target. So 6 levels above, so that means I'm 2 levels over. Ten. Okay, so I go 10 spaces to here. So that puts me at copy. Shit.
What's at level 4?
No, he's at level 10, and he moved 10 spaces. 5. There you go. So he's at level 10. He's gone 10 spaces. He's at level 4. He's gone 8 spaces. He's at level 6, gone 10 spaces. And he's 4 levels above the terrain. Or sorry, yeah. This guy is technically, 4. Because he's 4 levels above the level 2 terrain. So that puts him at 6.
Okay, change that.
Yeah,
Rough terrain doesn't provide a defensive bonus. It's just a movement bonus, correct?
Yeah, it's a penalty. It's 2 movement. Only trees and levels give you it. Also, okay, so now you got another helicopter to worry about. All right, so
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
You
the
see,
transport over here, by the way.
all you're seeing is flares come out.
Because that means the Peregrine can't shoot him.
Yeah.
So it does remove at least one of the threats. Okay, who wants to move? And we've got a Phoenix Hawk coming in as well.
And who are the mechs again?
Well, we have a Phoenix Hawk coming in, so I'm assuming these are up 4. So you now have a Phoenix Hawk on your right-hand side.
Yeah, jeez.
And a Dervish. I suppose you can go because it won't really matter from engagement. So we have a pair of dervishes coming in. We have a pair of dervish and Phoenix Hawk inbound.
Oh, you sneaky little fuckers. In all fairness, I never figured you guys would have even taken the truck into it.
Isn't that the mission?
No, what I said is you have to get the satellite information off the map. I just would have gone and picked up the satellite and walked off the map with it.
You said you had to have the truck next to it for 2 turns to pick it up.
If you're going to use, no, what I said is if you're going to use the truck, it has to sit beside it for 2 turns. To pick up an object, you just need a mech with 2 operational hands that can lift 2 tons, which is all of you.
No, it's none of us. I think it's.
Yeah, he's got hands.
Okay.
And so
So
does
he's the only one.
and the hatchet man.
He only has one operational hand.
No, he can drop the hatchet.
Okay. My understanding is that you said truck, so I didn't know we had the option of picking it up with the mech. So.
Well, no, you could have done it off the map. See, I have to plan for all eventualities because I've played with so many groups that I know many groups that literally would have just run in, set up a fucking firing perimeter, and had someone pick it up and just walk away with it. No.
Yeah, that was my understanding, is the truck had to go and pick it up, which is why the truck went to go and do it.
Truck has to do it, but it doesn't matter if you do it in combat or if you do it out of combat. The truck just has to be near it for 2 turns.
Yeah, which means we had to get the truck next to the satellite.
I didn't say you had to. I just said if you're going to use the truck, it has to sit beside the satellite for 2 turns. What I said was
Yeah. It doesn't help when we don't know those little technicalities, though, does it, as new players?
Well, you're going to learn. Think outside the box. I have to do this so that you learn.
So if we can think outside the box, then surely we'd be calling in our dropship with the PPCs and the LRM support to just wipe out the remaining forces.
But your commanding officer didn't give you those resources to use.
Well, we're calling in a radio call, so he's now authorizing those resources, correct?
Yep, but you're not sure how long it's going to take for them to get here. Oh, are there any dead in his side yet? Where are you going there, Armis? So if you leave your dice there, then this way you know where you started from. So you moved what, 3 more squares? Because you moved 3 last time. 1, 2, 3.
6 altogether.
But you count the squares. You moved 3 squares, right?
Yeah, I moved 3 squares. Yeah.
And that took.
And I used all 6 movement points.
Okay, so where you got that, put that down. But so what you do is you highlight and you put 3. That means you use 6 movement, but you actually only move 3 squares.
Okay.
That's the part. That's why the dice shows 3. Like for my red dice, the red dice show how many squares I actually moved, not what movement I used to get there.
No, okay.
Because that's the modifier, is you've actually moved that distance is only 3 squares.
Yes. Okay.
So yeah, Davros has done the same. He's done his 6. The transport done its 8. I've done my 4. Totti's movement dice.
Now, are you using mask? Yeah. Okay. I was gonna say I don't probably think you need it, but I mean I have to ask. And the rough terrain was 2 squares. He was booking it there, boy. This could get awful nasty for this Peregrine.
Okay, so shooting phase next, yeah?
see it.
Okay. So there's the note there, yeah?
That's what we're calling it. You guys shoot first.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think the only ones who can see it are the Warrior and the Ripper.
Oh, this is 6 levels. This is 6 levels up, so he can see it. It's 4 levels up, but you're behind the level 2, so yeah. The Peregrine cannot see it.
No. So it's just the Ripper
Warrior
and the Warrior.
2, the Ripper 2. There's a Lightwood. The Phoenix Hawk can see it, and so can the Dervish. Actually, all the Dervishes can. I mean, let's be honest here. They can use indirect missile fire.
Yeah, that's all he can use, but the Dervish in the West can't.
Sure can. This one right here?
What, through the trees? No.
Oh, well, yeah. Yeah, I guess there's 2 sets of trees because there's a set of trees on that level 1 hill.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he probably can't see it. But he can still do indirect fire if he had to.
Yeah, and Warrior 1 is out of range.
Doesn't matter what you do, you're still 2 turns off before you get off this. Minimum 2 turns, depending on which way you go. I'm not entirely sure running straight off the board is the best way to go, but I mean, hey.
Unless you've got a company of armored plan for approaching ahead of us.
Sorry, say again?
I was just wondering if Tigger's got a company of armor approaching from the south as well. But
probably got a whole battalion waiting at the end there.
Gotta play it fair.
Orbital strikes will be inbound.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't I wish I had freaking warships? That's not fair. I have to give you at least. I have to be able to give you guys a fighting chance. If I don't give you at least a fighting chance, it's not worth it. Because being a DM, what's the point of killing all the players? I can't lose. I mean, really, if you think about it. Think about it. I really can't lose. I can throw as much as I want at you, and I can always win. Where's the fun in that? So we're calling it there?
Yeah, we are the 2 hours in, and we've all moved. So it's literally just shooting phases to go through.
Yep.
Oh, I think the next couple turns, 3 turns, are going to be really interesting.
It depends what we can clear out. I think if we can clear out strategic targets, yeah, I think we'll be okay. Because I don't think your mechs can catch up to us. The terrain and trees here will slow down the Dervish and Phoenix Hawk. The one coming in from the west as well will have to maneuver around the trees or take big penalties going through. So looking at it, Warrior 2, Peregrine, and Ripper 2.
Well, I mean, at that point, if I can't get my target, you're leaving your riflemen out to hang? Is that what you're saying?
But the mission ends when we get the satellite off. That was also what you said.
It's true.
So if the truck gets off the end, it doesn't matter how far back the rifleman is, because we've done it.
That's a lot of turns he's left out in the open, though.
Yeah, I knew the job was dangerous.
It depends which way this goes, because if we can remove the Peregrine, then we can have the Hatchetman and the Mercury bring the vehicle off. I can always turn back north with the catapult.
Dun, 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 dun.
Because I can get to here just on walking.
Game, save.
So from this piece of terrain, I'll be able to catch anything coming through the channel.
Alright, so it's saved.
Okay, I am leaving the table.
What?
Okay, I'm going to jump back into TeamSpeak and jump
I was
up
gonna say,
one channel.
was it engaging enough for you?
Yep.
Were you expecting it? Well, I knew Namaan did because he saw the adventure before.
Sound resumed. Microphone activated.
I heard about it. I was trying not to actually listen while you were telling James about it. So, yeah, I had a...
Channel switched.
Hello, user. Hello. Okay, misses with the
User joined your
first.
channel.
And misses with the second. Okay, good. You're unscathed on that. Right. Well, I'll save the table here, so just give me a second.
User joined your channel.
Okay, that's saved. So you shouldn't have any worries about dropping out, I guess. Did you enjoy that? Was that fun?
Yeah,
Was
cool.
that so far, yeah?
A note for next time, gents. Please save me from the Wolverine.
Well, I was trying.
Yeah,
Sally Graves
You
is
were.
coming for you.
She is, and I'm carrying an extra 4 heat after all the volleys that I've let off.
yeah, that was very enjoyable, especially that we completed the contract, but we're going to stay around to wipe this mug look off that Quick Draw's face over his taunting us on comm.
No, what? Poor Donovan Beauchamp. Come on, he's a hero, a legend of the periphery and great houses.
Guys, if we could take him alive, it would be even better.
Just if you could
how many
just see
died?
his finely fucking combed and treated mustache. The wonderment.
Is there anywhere I can record? Is there anywhere?
Sorry, Hammer, what's that?
I'm just making sure I'm recording that my mulligan is intact.
Have a mulligan, you little cheat.
There. No check mark. It's intact.
That's not true. What I said is the objective was to get the satellite off the map. What I said was
Amazing, Tiggerr.
you could use the vehicle, and the vehicle would take 2 turns if you sat beside it.
Okay, Rocket, if I give you the instructions, we need to recover the satellite. The vehicle will take 2 turns to pick up the satellite from next to the satellite. What is your assumption on those rules?
That I have to get the vehicle to the satellite for them to load it onto the vehicle.
That was what we did. We've now gotten the vehicle to it, we've pulled it back, and Tiggerr goes, oh, you could have just had a mech pick it up.
And in so many other games, anybody with hands would have just run over and grabbed the pieces of the satellite, picked up, and ran with it.
Yeah, However, I'd like to point out, Tiggerr, how many people at your table have played BattleTech many times before?
A few.
A few.
It sounds like you had a job for Mr. Pinchy.
I had the option there if they were going to do it.
The other thing I'd point out, Tiggerr, is if they could have done that, there's no need for them to have the vehicle, because you could have just said, we need you to go pick up the satellite. One of your mechs has to have hands.
Well,
Could have just done it that way.
Well, where they are, there's lots of raiders and there are lots of marauders, so it was one of those things where will the information survive better? Who knows?
You guys, come on, you're failing our company, man. We completed our contract already. Varg took out the generators, we blew up the vehicles, we breached the walls, fuel depot is blown up to smithereens, we're good to go. Come on, get us our C-bills.
We currently have killed one VTOL.
We're on
kills.
2 tanks. 2 tanks and a smattering of damage over a couple of mechs. But we've still got a heavy and a heavy medium to take out.
Davros is the one who's taken the most damage. I mean, he's getting his ass kicked with 7 points against.
Well, I mean, that's not a surprise coming from a disablist.
Have you been bullying him again?
If you've been focusing his mech when he isn't even there.
Well, hell yeah. I mean, Namaan and them are using Davros as a shield, so I mean, it's not my fault.
Davros has been the one who's been second line.
We did.
It was the surprise enemy who arrived behind us, which may have caused some of the damage to Davros.
We did have a small setback. Our elite pilot of Mr. Pinchy fell over onto his left claw.
I heard about that.
Yeah, the crab did fall over.
Apparently mulligans don't apply to piloting checks.
Funny thing about that.
I love the persistence, Ella. I really do.
He's trying.
I'll mulligan one of my future damage rolls on you there, Hammer. There we go. That'll be fair.
Namaan, you're the one who got the kill, wasn't it? Or
no,
was
Toddy did.
Toddy did. That's right.
Varg put the fire in support. He was like the definition of fire support. I had a PPC shot slag all the armor off the back of a tank.
It's interesting when you actually play your mech the way it's supposed to be played, I'm finding.
It's way different, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm actually contributing effectively now, instead of then.
Instead of trying to lose your arms.
Most of my hit rolls mean I have to roll 13, so yeah.
Oh, fuck. Right.
Okay, you know, that sounds... He was trying to fire long-range missiles at VTOLs that were aces.
I was firing LRMs at medium range, or short range, sorry, at 6. So they were short range, and my roll was 13.
Yikes.
He jumped. That problem. If he hadn't have jumped.
Alright, I'm gonna have to run off, chaps, because I'm on the clock tonight.
Cheers, bud.
TTFN was good. That was good. Cheers.
Yeah, no worries. Glad you enjoyed it.
Disconnected from your channel.
Have a good day. Catch you guys later.
See you later.
Yep,
User
right.
disconnected from your channel.
I'll be off as well, guys. So, hope you enjoy that. I'll pick it up next month, and I'll have the next scenario to roll on to straight after. So, just go straight to that next game. All right. Have a good one, guys. See ya.
See ya. Thanks.
User disconnected from your channel. User disconnected from your channel.